All right, good people. Today is Monday. Today is Monday the 12th, September the 12th. If you haven't done so already, please make sure that you put your first and last name at the top of your packet. Okay. The items that are due this week, we have a warm up, we have our homework that's due, we have an assessment at the end of the week on comparing and ordering numbers. We're going to be comparing and ordering numbers. And we're also going to be make this a little bit better. We're also going to be classifying numbers, putting numbers, telling if a number is a real number, whole number, natural number, integer, so on and so forth. So we're going to be classifying real numbers. Okay? We're going to be classifying real numbers. Our essential questions are here. These are the questions that we should be able to answer. I don't know that we'll get to number 4 and 5, but we will try. Okay. We may not get to 4 and 5, and that's okay because we have next week to cover those things as well. Our first essential question is describe how to approximate, or we're going to be estimating numbers on a number line. Those non-perfect roots, we're going to be putting those on number lines this week. We're going to define exponent and base. We'll review compare and ordering numbers from last week and classifying numbers from last week so that we can be prepared for our quiz. But we have already done both of those. So we're just going to be reviewing them and then have a quiz on that on Friday. These are some new things that we're going into, and we'll quiz on those new things next week. Okay. The other essential question, describe how to multiply and divide exponents with like bases. Number 4, evaluate a power raised to another power. And number 5, describe how to simplify 0 and 1 exponents. Okay. Today, you've already started your warm up. I'm going to go over your warm up. You should have your planner. We're going to write our goals down in our planner and our assignments in our planner for this week. Okay. Please make sure that you bring your planner every day. Okay. Make sure you bring your planner because we need to work on organization. At the end, this is going to be a grade booster. Your planner is going to be something that's going to help improve your grade. So we need to make sure that we have our planner. It looks just like this. We need to make sure that we bring it daily. Okay. Our After we go through our planner, we're going to review ordering numbers. Okay, we're going to do a review on that. And then I'm going to model for you how to create perfect squares and estimating roots. So we got our teacher model here. And if we have time, we'll do guided practice. If not, we'll extend that guided practice till tomorrow, okay? Our homework, we have Monday night's homework. That's in the packet. We're going to label that. Actually, it's already labeled. There's a help video for that. It's in Canvas. It's on Canvas, sorry. And I'm also sending it to you in Remind at 2 o'clock this afternoon. So please make sure that you look for those two things. Even if you don't watch the video, you're still responsible for the teacher model part. I'm just labeling the problems that I'm going to do with you. Okay. That's all that is. I'm just labeling the problems that I'm doing with you, but you're responsible for it all. It's all your homework. Okay. All right, let's look at our planner real quick. We should already have our name in our planner. And we've already written down our first goal for September. We did September, what was it, 9th last week? 9/9. We did that. And you wrote your goal here for last week. So this is the 12th, and we're gonna do another goal. Yes, baby. What's wrong? 912. And you're going to write your goal here. Thank you, babe. All right, so for this week, think about something that you want to work on for this week. Maybe completing assignments, turning stuff in on time. Maybe it's your quiz. You want to make an A on your quiz. But think of one goal for this week that you really want to shoot for. We did one last week. I need you to do a goal for this week. I'm going to pause for the calls. Come on, Tamir, write this down. Yes, please. All right, so now let's write down our assignments for this week. Okay. So this is the week. This is September. This is 9/12/22 through 9/16/22. And this is Q1W3. This is week 3. Hold on. Quarter 1, week 3. All right, so here we go. We got your third period class is math. So we're going to put math here. And we have our homework help video. And then we have our homework. And when you complete that, just check it off, okay? And that's it. Pause for the calls. Please write this in. All right, so now let's go over the warm-up. We can close that up. Tamira, go ahead and write this down, okay? Did you write that down? Let me pause, give you a chance to. All right, good deal, babe. Okay, we're going to put this in our string bag so we don't lose it. Please make sure that you write down your homework for all your classes there. You know what to do tonight. I do. It's sitting right on my desk. Yes, baby. For what? You got to do that. Listen, you got to do those things before class. No, it's not. I didn't let you. I told you when the pass come back to just go when the pass come back. Yes, you go when the pass comes back. That was this in homeroom. Do you understand? At the beginning, that's homeroom. Okay? Try to take care of those things before class. Now is not even a good time. Okay? Is it not something that you can do during lunch? Okay. Let's try. Let's shoot for lunch. Okay? Let's shoot for lunch. All right, here we go. The circumference of a circle is this, okay? That's the circumference of a circle. Does anybody remember what circumference means? Nobody remembers what circumference means? Circumference is the distance around a circle. So circumference is the distance around a circle. Okay. A true circle has a center where all the radii is plural for radius, have the same measurement. So this length is the same as this length, it's the same as this length, it's the same as this length, like a wheel. That's a true circle. Okay. And my circle looks swap-sided. So, but just pretend it's the best circle you've ever seen in your life. So the distance around this circle, the length around the circle is 215 centimeters. What is the length of the radius? So we need to write the formula for circumference, which is C is equal to 2 pi r. There's another formula for circumference, which is C is equal to pi d. I could use this formula as well. However, I want to know what the radius is, so I'm going to use the formula that has the radius. So please write this formula down for circumference. This is what we have. C is circumference equals the number 2 pi. Remember, what is pi about? Because we know we can't get exactly the number. It's about 3 point what? Does anybody remember the number that we use for pi? 3.14. Very good, baby. So it's about 3.14. It's an irrational number because it continues without a pattern, okay? Put the dots at the end. So we're going to substitute the circumference 215 in the place of C. So let's put 215 here. Bring down the equal. 2 times, this is a roundabout number, 3 and 1400ths, times R. And R is the variable that we're looking for. We're looking for a value for R. All right, so let's multiply 2 times 3 and 1400ths. You have your calculator. Let's type that in. So we got 2 times 3.14. Type that in and see what you get. Okay. Very good, baby. So we get 215. Bring that down. This right here is equal to, just as Jaden said, 6.28 or 6 and 2800ths about R. Okay? Don't forget to bring down the R. Now, how do we get R by itself? How do we get rid of this 6.28 that's attached by multiplication? What's the opposite of multiplication? So we're going to divide. So let's type in 215 divided by 628. And what do you get there when you divide? Kason, did you type it in? Julie, you typed it in? Samantha, you typed it in? What you get? You said, say again? 34.23. Very good. 34. And we'll truncate. That means to cut a decimal off without rounding. So this is what R is about. We're rounding it. Or not rounding, we truncate. Cut it off without rounding. Okay, and that's your answer there. We don't have time to do the second one. All right. If you want to try the office now while we're going to the bathroom, do you want to do it now? Take this sheet out from last week so we can paste this down in our notebook. It's a little blurry. This is the sheet that we had last week. We're going to paste this in our notebook. We didn't get a chance to do that, so we are going to do that now. Yes. We didn't do this Friday. We didn't do this Friday. We didn't do. Oh, maybe we did do it Friday. We could have did it Friday.
I don't think.
Yeah, I think we did it home though.
I don't.
Yeah. Do you have one? All right, here we go. That's not a, no, this is not that one. Yeah, sorry. Yeah, it was attached to something. All right, here we go. You okay, babe? You good. All right, here we go. We're going to paste this in our notebook. Before we do that, let's make sure that we complete it. Some of this I wanted you to do on your own. Yes, baby. Huh?
That was it.
What are you talking about?
That paper that you gave me, that was it.
Okay. Oh, yeah. I was like, what are you talking about? Just say I need another paper. You say that was his. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I don't have any more after this one. You got it? All right, here we go. We're putting the numbers in order from least to greatest. So we're going to convert all of these numbers to decimals. Please make sure that you have your calculator ready because I'm going to do this one. And then I want you to try the second one on your own. Okay? Ready? Let's convert a percent to a decimal. Remember, you locate that decimal. The decimal in this number, if you don't see it, is behind the last number, which is 5. And you're going to move the decimal 2 places to the left. That's 1, 2. So my decimal here is going to be 1.35. Drop the percent sign. So that is the decimal for 135%. 135% as a decimal is 1.35 or 1 and 35 hundredths. Hundredths, THS, because there's 2 spaces behind the decimal. Please write that down. 13.5 is already written as a decimal. So I'm going to line it up by the decimal. I'll put my decimal here. 5 goes under this place value. 3 here and 1 here. 13.5. Remember to line up by the decimal. Shh. Mixed number, 8 and 3/5. The whole number is 8, so put that here. Decimal. We got to convert 3/5 to a decimal, so we divide. Let's type this fraction in. Any idea as to how to type a fraction in the calculator? How do we type a fraction in the calculator? Come on, Isaac. You okay, baby? Come on. Did you write it down? Okay, good deal.
Sure.
Yes. The divide symbol. Was you going to say the same thing, baby? Okay, so the first number that I type in is 3. 3 is on top. That's our numerator. Divided by our denominator, which is 5. That's 3 over 5, or 3/5. We're dividing, so we're just going to press enter here. And our decimal is going to be 0.6. So this is 8.6. Okay. We line all the numbers up by the decimal. We're going to plug in 0 as placeholders. So in this place value here, we got 0 here, 0 here, 0 here, 0 here. And now we're going to compare the numbers. We're going to put them in order from least to greatest. Okay, look at the first column. The number that's the smallest is going to be what? Between 1 and 0? 0. So we're going to look at these two to see which one is the smallest between these two numbers. Okay, go to the next column. We got 1 and 8. Which one is the smallest? 1. So our first number is the smallest. So we rewrite that one first. 135% goes first. Okay. The next to the smallest, obviously, is that next, this 0 right here. This is 8.6. Okay. So the last number is going to be the next to the smallest. And then, of course, the middle number is the largest, 13.5. This is our answer here. Okay. So I converted all of my numbers to a decimal. I lined up by the decimal. I put zeros as placeholders, and I compared the number from left to right, like I'm reading a book. Please write that down, pause for the cause, and I want you to do number 8. Try number 8. Convert all of those numbers to a decimal, please. Okay, let's look at it. This one right here. How do I convert a fraction to a decimal? What do I do to convert a fraction to a decimal? Divide. Very good, America. So we're going to divide. What number am I going to type in first? What number do I type in? Do I type in first? 1, Jaden, good. 1, then what? Divided by 6. Press enter there, okay? So we have the 6 is repeating. The calculator automatically rounds that last number on the end, but this 6 is repeating, okay? So I'm going to put 0.16, and I'm going to put a repeating sign so I know that the 6 is going to come next. Okay, let's do the next number. How do I convert from a percent to a decimal? How do I convert a percent to a decimal? Alyssa? Very good. You move the decimal 2 places to the left. So here I got the decimals here and 2 places to the left. So this is going to be a decimal, line up by the decimal. 1, 6, 7. Okay. The last is already written as a decimal. We got a decimal, 1, and 6. All right, so we need another place value here. What number is going to come next here? What number is going to come next here?
6.
6 is going to come next, so I'm going to put a 6 here. Okay, what about here? What am I going to put here?
0.
0. Okay, 0 as a placeholder. All right, now let's compare least to greatest. These are the same here. Next column. All these numbers are the same here. Next column. Which one of these numbers is smaller or the smallest? 0. So this number is first. The last number comes first. Can you close the door, please? I don't know. All right. So now, what's the next to smallest? Looking at this again. What's the next to the smallest? 6. This number right here. So this fraction is the next smallest. And then obviously last is the middle number, which is 16.7%. This is the order that it goes into. Okay. First, second, and third. All right. So now we're going to do number 9. We're going to put from greatest to least. From greatest to least. So again, we're going to convert everything to a decimal, line up by the decimal, but instead of looking for the smallest, we look for the largest. Okay. So I'm going to pause for the calls and give you a chance to convert, line up by the decimal, and compare from left to right. You're looking for the largest number now. Got it right. Let's see if we got it right. Okay. So here, this is already written as a decimal. Okay. Now convert this to a decimal. Some of you started back here. The decimal's right here. So you have to go from the decimal and move it 2 spaces. So this is going to be a decimal 0, 4, 2. Because see, we had 4.2. Move the decimal over twice. 1, 2. We're going to put a 0 here. So this is 0.042. 0.042. Okay, this last one, we divide to convert to a decimal. 2 divided by 5. Sorry, y'all. This is 0.4. Okay. So I'm going to put zeros as placeholders here. I'm going from greatest, the biggest, to the smallest. All these are the same. Next column, 4 is the biggest. So look at the first and the last number. The next column, 2 is the largest between 2 and 0. So this first number is first. It's the largest. 0.42 is the largest. The next to the largest is 0.4, which is 2 over 5. And the last one is the middle percent. That's 4.2%. This is the order that it goes in. Largest to smallest. Any questions about that? Try number 10, largest to smallest. Raise your hand if you've already done number 10. Okay, just a couple people. I'm going to give us a minute or so to complete number 10 because some people haven't done that. If you've done number 10, I need you to try 11. Ascending order is least to greatest. Least to greatest. Descending order is greatest to least. Okay? And that's what I want you to do there. We'll pause for the cause. I want you to finish up 11 through 14. You need help? Raise your hand. I'm going to pause for the cause, okay? We'll pace it down tomorrow. We run out of time. And put your calculators back, please.